Yeah? All right. The smallest sensation of the Lowlands Festival were two 40-somethings from Nottingham, England. They're called Sleaford Mods. They're here now. They just performed here at the Tivoli Vredenburg session for 3 for 12, and now they're here. Jason and Andrew.
Hello.
Well, Andrew, you have the very best job in the world, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. That's your job. Standing there on stage, pressing play.
Right. Yeah.
You guys are on tour, right? Suddenly you're all over the news. You had this great moment earlier this year. There was a session outside of the Rough Trade show in London.
Yeah.
There was this guy trying to interrupt him. He was drunk or anything.
Yeah.
Did you hire that guy?
No.
I thought Rough Trade planted it to boost sales.
It kind of summed up what Sleaford Mods is all about, right?
Yeah,
in a way.
It's all falling into place like that. It's all,
Yeah,
well, you know.
that's what you mean by that. You know, if you mean do we attract crazies, then yeah.
Well, you're portraying people who are drinking, doing stuff to get out of their own way.
Yeah,
right?
well, we're just sort of like presenting people with themselves, you know, just like life. I mean, we get a lot of stick for it. People don't want it.
Yeah.
People don't want the truth. Winds them up.
But what happens?
Just get really offended and kind of alienates them, but at the same time they completely understand it, you know. But people
do you like
don't.
that response? Are you looking for that response?
Well, I'm not looking for anything. I mean, we just like the music, you know, and it's just so happens it's got big, and we're very grateful for that, obviously. But it's first and foremost we're into music, so that's what we want to do, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the goal to write songs that we like and feel good with.
Yeah. You
So
started
anything
this
else?
about 8 years ago,
Yeah,
right? That's a long time ago. There's a lot more years before that.
Yeah.
What did your life look like before you were doing Sleaford Mods?
I was just in loads of bands, you know, Andrew as well, just band this, band that, this project, that, nothing ever worked out, you know. But at the same time, you're going along, you're learning and, you know, making mistakes and sort of learning from them, you know, so.
Yeah.
How did you find him?
It was...
Little venue in Nottingham. They never had any music playing in the bar downstairs because live music had become like that. You know, the DJ and the live band seemed to separate in England.
Yeah.
So people would come to gigs, and after there'd be nothing going on, everyone would just leave again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where's, you know? So and they'd all ignore me playing whatever, play my own music and beats and stuff. And he was there going, oh, I like your beats and stuff. So probably the only people there that.
You'd been
that
making
said,
stuff for your own for years then?
Yeah, constantly, yeah. You know.
So how do you work? I mean, are you like constantly making new things for Sleaford Mods?
Yeah, a mixture. I mean, some of the loops are from an old bands that I've been in that never did anything with, you know. So it's just a back catalogue of stuff mixed with new stuff and just try and be progressive with it, you know. I've always enjoyed making music that's not in a genre. So when genres have been popular, I find it difficult to make a whole album of something and get distracted and do something else, you know.
Yeah. I saw you laugh a lot about his rant about Johnny Burrell of Razorlight. You probably heard it a lot of times.
Yeah.
What makes him such a good target?
I don't know, just fit, really. It's not really even a target. I was quite concerned that it was a bit of an obvious target, to be honest, but...
Everybody hates that guy, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I hate him, but it's just a bit, fuck off.
It's just to kind of reflect it, because it's the sort of thing, you know, it's all the sort of things people say, rather than Jason actually having some beef with him, or, you know, it's nothing to do with that. It's just a reference point, isn't it? People
just
can relate to, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, turning around and saying your album's better than Bob Dylan is just, you don't do it. You don't fucking say that, do you? I know it's like you're young, he was dead young when he said it, and you do say flippant things, but that's just pathetic. You know.
Well, the guys from Oasis used to do that stuff as well. They're kind of the working class heroes of the 90s, right?
Yeah, well, for about 6 months. I think they were like just secret tourists anyway. Well, Noel is, defo. But, I mean, no, you know, you make flippant comments, but you don't, it's just like, don't say shit like that.
It's interesting because you guys really, you're working class group, right? Thing is, people outside of the UK don't really know that thing. In the UK, everybody knows what working class, upper class, what it is.
Yeah.
Why is that such a UK thing?
I don't know. I mean, it's a bit. I'm a bit wary of the old class thing. I mean, it obviously exists, and I mean, I'm probably lower middle class. You know what I mean? And I've just worked and got myself into an environment and a sort of financial status where I'm probably not regarded as working class anymore. But you could sit here all day and talk about stuff like that. But it's not so much representing class, we're just representing ourselves and our experiences in work, not in work, in pubs, with people, falling out with people, it's all that, you know. So, I mean, that obviously connects to the class thing, but we're not sort of, you know, we're not fucking political warriors, we're not like Billy Bragg or something, you know what I mean? So,
That's
it's
different.
not like that.
But considering the history of the whole class thing, do you think you're more or less connected to things that happened in the past, especially in the 80s?
No, not. I mean, you know, probably my experiences our experiences are a lot steeped in that, because that can't come from that generation. But
and some tracks do, like Ways Don't Fit, you know, it just reminds me of like the 70s and 80s, that's the things he says. But other songs are more about things that happened
today,
more recently today.
yeah.
So yeah, it's not just one thing, you know. The thing about being drunk, people being into it, you know, that's the thing I find. There's not a Sleaford Mods uniform, you know. It's all kinds. It's an every man, every woman kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Anyone can relate to it, whether you were working class and you've become rich or wherever you stand.
Well, as you said, in some more trendy cities, you attract a different crowd.
We never play in any working class areas, ever. Never. They're all student areas, and you know, I'm not criticising people at universities or anything like that, but most of the venues are in student populated areas or kind of middle class areas. There's probably, I think we played in Sheffield. That was probably the closest to the kind of vibe of the music and that, but generally speaking, no, you know.
You guys are from Nottingham, right? That's to people outside of the UK, it's not far as known as cities like London, of course. There's a guy, a singer from Nottingham, Jake Bugg, who said about the city, the only thing that's pretty is the thought of getting out.
Right.
You actually did that, but you came back. You couldn't live without it.
No, well, I went to London, came back.
Why?
Because it was cheaper.
Just that easy.
I think, you know, he's quite a young lad, isn't he? And he's not lived a life long. I don't want to obviously patronise him, but he's not really lived a life long enough to really see the arse-scratching boredom of anywhere, has he? Do you know what I mean? He's like, what, 21? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He just doesn't know yet that the grass isn't greener.
Yeah. Well, it probably is. I mean, he's fucking minted now, isn't he? So, yeah.
For him,
I've heard he's living in a posher district in Nottingham, but he's a young kid, isn't he? You know, he's got to find out for himself.
But is he wrong about the city?
About Nottingham?
Yeah.
No, it's a shithole. Anywhere's a shithole, but it's home. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily. I mean, I'd love to come and live in Berlin or come and live here or wherever, but situations and conditions.
It's not where you live, is it?
It's not, no. So.
Yeah. You've been popping out records for, I mean, a lot of them in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Are you just going to continue doing this? And
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's the idea, isn't it? That's the idea.
Are you working on new stuff now? Or do you have things under the belt?
Got a new album coming out. We've got a new EP coming out next week. Got a new album hopefully for around April, May time. And just keep going. That's the aim, really. You know, so far it's just been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
It's been unbelievable. So and we're both doing it full time now. So it's our job. You know what I mean? So.
Thanks, guys.
No worries. Thank you.
Enjoy your gig tonight at
Echo.
Thanks.
Will do.
Thank you.